أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. All praises and thanks are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, topic for today is the evaluation. What is evaluation? And how best can we evaluate ourselves? This is part of question that we should ask ourselves. How best can we evaluate ourselves? Evaluation is all about assessing ourselves or being the assessor of ourselves or the personal judge. Because each and every person have inner judge which helps us to be able to know what is haram and what is halal. That's why each and every time we do anything, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to know whether it's right or wrong. So Allah has given us that mindset to be able to know what is right and what is wrong. So that is where personal values comes. Talking about personal values means we should know ourselves better. Each and every person have values. And that values, it is either right or wrong. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has helped us and gives us values. So those values are very much important because Islam is based on rules and regulations, and those rules and regulations are commandments from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And every commandment from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is part of creation and is part of laws that Allah has set. And those laws are part of limits that needs to be considered always. As humans, we should evaluate ourselves every day, or we should try to be the assessor of ourselves or a personal judge. We should try to judge ourselves to know what we do, whether it's right or wrong, how best we should help ourselves to rectify ourselves, and how best we should try to avoid our mistakes. For instance, if we do any mistake or we commit any sin, we should try to know next time what we should do to avoid that mistake or to avoid that sin. For instance, if it is a place, we should try to avoid that types of places. If it is true, going with friends, etc., we should try to know what type of friend we should be going with. That is all part of evaluation. And also our worships. Every day Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created us to worship Him, and we should try to fulfill those rakats. Every day Allah has set rakats that we should do in our salahs. So that salah, we should try to know how many rakats we have done in each salah, and also our recitations, whether we have recited Fatiha and any other surah, and also if we do sujood ruku, what we should say. All that is part of evaluation. It means we should evaluate ourselves to judge ourselves to know what we have done. Also with our families, how best we live with our families, our neighbors, our society, etc. So it is all part of evaluation. Being able to assess ourselves is part of Islam, and it is also part of Iman. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has said in the Quran in many times, Amanu wa amilu solihat. Amanu wa amilu solihat, amanu wa amilu solihat, which means Iman goes with action. So we cannot have faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala without action, and our actions are very much important because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will judge us according to action. As the Prophet also said in a hadith, niyat is very important. So each and every person should try to evaluate ourselves, and anything that we're doing in life, we should try with our personal selves. Our personal values, we should try to assess ourselves. By doing that, we will be able to live in the best of ways, and with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, our manners and also our ways of living with people will be a better way in life. Allah has created, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us that mindset to be able to evaluate ourselves or to assess ourselves. So being the assessor of yourself will help you tackle problems and situations in life, and also it will help you being able to be the best of people. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has praised the prophets and messengers, not because of beauty or wealth. Allah has praised them because of attitude, their behavior, their way of living with people, their personal selves. So we have to work with our inner selves to be able to rectify our own mistakes and to be able to know what we should do next time and what went wrong, how best we should help ourselves. That is all for today, and it's all about evaluation. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us. Ameen. Jazakumullah khairan fi aman.